Kate Maria is still problematic.
Thank you, Chair. Good afternoon, Mr. Mogotsi.
Good afternoon.
So the video that has been played here, is that you? Do you confirm that that is yourself? It's Mr. Mogotsi who is speaking there.
Yes.
So if we find contradictions between that video and the statement that you have submitted here, how do you advise us to move forward? How do you?
I don't think there'll be contradictions, but I don't think the committee can really want to compare the statement under oath and what I speak to the media.
No. I think you don't understand what is expected of us. Here, we're not confined in the statement that we have deposed. We use all the relevant mechanisms to probe the to probe the arguments that we have written in your statement. Because here we're doing an investigation, and the investigation is not solely reliant on your statement. It is based on the allegations that we are probing. So we're not going to be confined in your statement. So there's nothing peculiar when something which is irrelevant to the arguments that you have made and to the allegations is put before this committee. There's nothing peculiar. So I'm saying
Also, Chair, we'll have to stick to what I'm talking under oath. If I've spoken to the media, and you and the committee want to, if there's anything probably that I have forgotten that I mentioned, and it then affects my statement, I'll still stick to the statement because it's under oath.
No, but remember, the statement that you made when you were talking, I think during your interview, is not outside the allegations.
Yes.
It is within the allegations. So there's no way we can overlook it.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, let's go to paragraph 3. We are saying here, you became aware of the held tender because you were advised about it by one of your informers.
What is Madlanga's statement?
No.
The court application.
In your statement, the tender, the held tender, you are saying here, you became aware about it when you were informed by one of your informers.
Correct.
So you are saying here, the informer informed you when in April.
No, but it's not the health tender. Oh, you're talking about subs, not the
No,
Northwest.
let's go to paragraph 3. 93.
93.
Yes. You see what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. So you are saying, during the period of March/April 2024, one of my sources in SAPS informed me about a health tender. Do you see what I'm talking about?
That's correct.
So was this the first time you knew about this tender?
In 2024,
Was it for the first time?
Yes.
So
it's for subs. This is for subs.
Yes, the health tender. This is how we have termed it here.
Yes.
Health tender.
That's
Open
correct.
quote, close quote.
That's correct.
Yes. So was it for the first time you knew about it?
Yes, about this tender, yes.
You didn't know about it before you were informed by one of your informers?
Yes, by the source, I did not know about it, yes. I did not know about this particular tender.
Okay. On paragraph 96, no, before we go to paragraph 96, on paragraph 102, you are saying you engaged Mr. Matala in a meeting that was arranged on the 7th of December 2024, and Matala raised frustrations about this tender. You see the contradiction I'm talking about. The meeting that you held with Matala was in December 2024. The informer informed you in April, March, April. So which one do we take and how do you justify this contradiction?
There is no contradiction. In April, the minister was still Minister Begiteli. The tender was about to be awarded. May, June, July elections, a new minister came. And then July, and then, as you say in paragraph 10, in 7 December, the same year, that was March, it's not 22, it's not the year before that year, it was the same year. It is May, June, July, August, then September, after I have also met with Kate again. That's when we spoke about this tender.
Okay, and then on paragraph 96, you are saying you told Mr. Sibia about Matala's tender. What is it that you are telling him about in relation to this tender?
To say there is this particular tender that we heard about that is going to be awarded or that has been awarded, we would love to know more about it. Is there a way you can make us meet the service provider?
Why did you want to know more about it?
As it is alluded there, that one of my sources informed me about the health tender that has to be awarded. And
No, but awarding a tender is not illegal
yeah, 94
unless there's
says,
something you have picked up.
paragraph 94 says this company has also links with former Minister Taylor. The information was discussed with my handler, who indicated I should wait until elections ahead and then view changes will be made. Now, yeah, initially it means we felt that the tender was not lawfully awarded.
Yeah, so you were advising General Sibia that the tender has been awarded in an illegal manner. Is that what you are saying?
No, not advising. What happens is that it is now my handler who has to go and talk to arrange for me to get hold of Deputy National Commissioner Sibia, which he did. And when we met, that's when I started talking to him about this crime intelligence, corruptions, and so forth, and the tender.
Yeah. Okay. Now we are saying you are an agent of crime intelligence, and your responsibility is to keep the link between crime intelligence and informants. Now I want to understand your modus operandi. At what stage do you report to your handler? Say I come as an informant and give you an information that this is what has happened. At what stage do you report, and what is your handler expected to do with that information? And at what stage?
Anytime when it's especially if there's a decision to be made or any operation or anything that should happen, you have to get the permission and you act on the instruction till you achieve or not achieve. You still go back to him. You still inform him that this particular person, this informant is saying 1, 2, 3, and we are awaiting the outcome. I must go and verify the scene or something or something. The informant, the handler is always in touch.
Yeah, no, but I'm asking, and you take the information to your handler, and then what does he do with it?
Now, he has to do his work. Remember, he recruited me. He's trained to obtain information from me and deal with it.
And take it up?
Yes, wherever he takes it.
To crime intelligence?
Wherever he takes it.
At what stage is the case opened, a docket?
No, crime intelligence does not open dockets. Doesn't even handle dockets. That is why in every circumstance where I say I brought the handler to facilitate the opening of a case, the handler will talk to the relevant police to open a case.
No, but I'm trying to understand the value chain.
Yeah.
That you get this information because you get an information which is crime related, and at some point the docket will be opened. At some point, for instance, in this case, you are saying you are doing an investigation about this tender.
Yeah.
Now, if you found wrongdoings You were going to take that information to your handler, right?
Yes,
And then your handler was going to take it to,
whoever has to take it.
yes. And if there's wrongdoing, a case should be opened.
Yeah, it depends.
Because that is the ultimate goal, isn't
true.
it so?
But the handler has that authority to open a file number. Let me show you. If a case is open here in Cape Town, a person in Kempton Park or KZN, when he has a case number, he'll be able to punch the computer and see that in the computer, here's the case open. So if you investigate Brown Mogotsi, and he's also perhaps a police officer, you'll have a manual file. This file number, it operates almost like a case number. That is why with a file number, you can even do 205 to locate if two people were together, and the cell phones and LMS we can follow someone through the phone with a file number. And that file number, once there is tangible and what you call prima facie evidence, is when can be converted into a case number and be given to the police, and then they can run with it.
Okay. We are saying during the case of General Khan, General Kumalo tried to persuade the witness to fabricate evidence.
According to the statements from what I've recorded, yes.
Yeah. Who is that witness?
The witness I've requested is one Kennel, is one of the names that I requested to perhaps submit separately from this.
So you are not going to disclose.
In some part, the name is there in some copies. We just requested that it should not be disclosed for now.
Okay.
Just a second, Honorable Malem.
No, so sorry, Honorable Nombal, you are leaving an important point. We don't just investigate people in the crime intelligence. You don't just wake up in the morning and say, "Well, I'm investigating this person." What is the process?
In terms of I don't know, I don't understand process in terms of depend on the crime.
Yes, someone comes, he gives you information about me,
Yeah.
and then you take the information to the handler.
Yes.
Now I must be investigated formally now.
Yes.
What is the problem? What is
Okay,
the
thank
process?
you so much. Honorable Chairperson, this will give me an opportunity really. Let's say the case is related to car theft, to cars or firearms. The handler has a responsibility to, if the police station is Alexandra, and the handler is in Soweto, but the information come through an informant or whoever, but the head is in Soweto. The first thing he's going to do is to identify the police station where or the area of jurisdiction. And then he'll tell the informant or whoever brings the information, what is it that you're talking about? And he say, no, it depends. What is it that must be investigated? I wish you gave me a clue that so-and-so is stealing cars. The first thing you may ask, do you have his cell phone numbers? Where did they steal their phones? The cars. As soon as you get your cell phone numbers, the handler must talk to whoever he has to talk to. There are two options. If you have already stolen that car, it means the case is open. But if you are plotting to steal the car, the handler must activate the unit, let's say the car unit, the motor vehicle and motor theft unit, and say there is a plot to steal the car on Friday and whatever, then the police will go and wait if you are going to commit crime. Now let's talk in case of SASSA cards. Someone is stealing cards or is opening accounts and is withdrawing money from SASSA. You see, that one requires investigation. You cannot stand the police tell them stand by to arrest the person. That's where crime intelligence will have a file number. That's the thing. They won't register a case. With a file number, they will identify all the instruments that you are using to commit that crime. If a cell phone is involved, they will either look for the X70, like for your phone to be listened.
No, I hear you. We don't have too much time. So
Yeah.
your answer is crime intelligence doesn't open cases.
Oh, yeah. No, crime intelligence can have a file, the case and the docket. Crime intelligence, no one can find him in the docket. The docket is handled by the detective and the police uniform, including the DPCI. They have dockets. Crime intelligence will sit with the detective and the DPCI, gather them information, give them. But before the case is open, he can have a file number so that he can go to court and apply to listen to your phone, apply to follow you, and all those things through the file number, which must be approved by the divisional or sectional head.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah, on paragraph 29, we are talking about your trip to Durban. I'm trying to understand you from the correct perspective here, because I don't want to quote you out of context. So we are saying here you were following Matala because you went to Durban after he told you that he's going to meet somebody who's going to help him in his problems. So when you get there, you follow Matala from the airport. I mean, you got in the airport, you were told by the Uber driver what car he was driving in and so on. So am I correct if I say you were investigating Matala in Durban?
That's correct.
So you went there to investigate Matala.
Yes, to follow the lead of who he was referring to, who can solve his problems.
So what did you want to establish out of all that?
Because now, if you say my tender is about to be terminated, if you say I've been followed, and you can't help me, he's talking to me, and he then think, or look, in Durban, there is one particular person, if I can meet, he can probably solve all my problems. And because I knew the date, that's when I went 2 days before. And then, indeed, we did speak here and there, confirming he was coming. And then to follow him was to know who the person he was going to.
Okay, so when did you start to investigate Matala?
I don't get on
When
that trip.
When did you
generally.
start? When
Oh,
did you
that was-
start?
Yeah, that was around September when we started knowing about the tender was finally appointed to awarded to
September
him.
2024.
Yes, I cannot be like it, but I remember it's after we have spoken to General Sibi.
Okay. And then, so the only transaction that we have spoken about here between you and Matala is 140 something thousand for January 8.
That's correct.
Is that the only money you got from him?
It's because the names of people, the tickets, he paid them directly apart from the 149. So I've
No,
not.
I'm asking
No, it's not. If directly means cash receiver.
whether he pays to a business account, but a money that has been paid
Spent. Yeah, he also paid for tickets.
tickets for the same event.
For the same, for people who were traveling, some of them we sent him a list of
No,
about.
I'm asking besides the January 8, besides the January 8 expenses, did he pay for something else or did he pay
No,
any amount to you for other activities?
he has not paid any money.
So this is the only amount that was paid.
149 and those tickets, yes.
Except this amount, have you ever requested any money from him?
Yes, it was for some regional whatever in the Eastern Cape and he never assisted us.
When was that?
Unless I refer to the messages of the WhatsApp, I cannot remember.
Okay, no, I just want to understand this correctly, Mr. Mogotsi. So you get to know this guy in 2024, correct?
No, I never said I knew him in 2024. If you remember, I spoke about the Boko Haram, which was displayed in
No, I'm
2018.
saying, knowing, I mean, communicate with him. I mean, in terms of communication, you started to communicate with him when?
About the tender. No. If
About
you-
anything.
No, we did speak before. We spoke before. That's why even on the
When you say before, from which year?
was 20. Okay, I must get the date. Remember?
Before Minister Mkhunu
Yes,
became.
it was before. Yes, remember even on the clip when I spoke about the AI and the court, it was the previous years.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when did he become a person of interest?
Explain what is the person.
No, you are saying you were investigating
Oh,
him.
that part of investigation.
Yes. When
It
did
was
you
only after. It was only after we knew that the tender was not properly awarded.
Before that, he was not a person of interest.
It was during the time of Boko Haram, but we could not prove. We couldn't find anything.
You were communicating already.
No. But I had these numbers.
No,
from the-
but I'm talking about communication here. When did you start to communicate with him?
as a person or during with the tender.
No, communication can happen whether there's tender or there's no
No, it was
tender.
previous years. It was before
You were
2020.
communicating.
Yes.
So you had each other's number.
Yes, correct.
Numbers.
Yes.
You were speaking
Yeah.
about what?
He was a businessman and he was close to the guy that I knew him from. I knew him through, sorry.
And at that time you were an agent for crime intelligence.
Yes.
So he was not a person of interest to you.
No, he became a person of interest if you refer to person of interest at the criminal level. Like I said, there was a Boko Haram intelligence report which was presented to the Minister of Police then. It had a picture of Kate Matala and he was written AKA John Wick. That's how I started to know him that time. But to start talking to him, it was after even the COVID.
Yeah, you know, as I'm speaking with you, I'm trying to cool down so that I don't give you an impression that you had when you arrived here. I'm doing it deliberately so that you would understand that the intention here is to get the truth, nothing but the truth.
Yeah.
Now, this person becomes a person of interest to you after you learned about his tender. But then you start to investigate him. But you continue to request for financial favors from him, even after you started your investigation.
Yes, it's correct. Not my personal favors.
Now, is that ethically correct? Because I was going to understand, you were asking these financial favors not to advance your investigations. Because you are going to keep the money, you're not going to use it.
No, not to keep it. It funded. He came with the idea, Chair, that
He came with what?
idea that
Yes.
he wanted to contribute something. He can fund the January 8th.
No, but you said you also requested
Yes.
for the regional.
It was now for the
regional conference or what?
Yeah, the
whatever.
regional program. Yes.
Yes.
But after he has said he can,
Now the question is whether he requested or he didn't.
or he offered. Yes.
Is it ethically correct to request for financial favors from a person whom you are investigating?
There's nothing to do with ethic, I don't believe. As an agent, I so wish, I don't know how.
So you mean, I really don't understand your modus operandi. That is why I was asking. I wanted to understand. I wanted you to give me more insight of how you operate. So you mean it's correct for you to ask for financial favors from a person you are investigating?
I don't say it's correct. You're talking about, is it ethically correct?
Yes.
When someone offers to assist a January 8th or something, and he do it through me.
So you take that money and use it.
Yeah, it was not meant for me. It was for the celebration.
No, but you facilitated.
Yes.
You were speaking with him.
Yes, I was talking to him.
Yes.
After he
So you
offered.
took that money, then what if that money came through the proceeds of crime, or maybe came through the very same tender you are investigating?
Unfortunately, Chair, I'm not a prophet to know where the money
No,
comes
no,
from.
no, 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 no. Don't try to downplay this. This is not funny.
No, I'm not being funny.
Because, Mr. Mogotsi, I don't buy your story. It's difficult to buy your story because it's full of contradictions. That's number one. Number two, you keep on saying you were pretending on everything you are doing. You were doing. You were saying no. We are saying no. I was pretending to be doing this. I was pretending to be doing that. There is nowhere where you take accountability and say I was wrong here.
No,
How can you take monies from a person you are investigating? How can you ask for monies if I'm investigating Honorable Shongwe here because of the evidence that I have at hand or because of the information which I got worse from my informer? Because you are saying you got this from your informer, and thereafter I make financial requests. How is that possible?
Chair, you know, I wish this was not spoken in a platform where there are politicians who understand exactly what we are talking about.
What do you mean by that?
Here is someone who presented a story. He was with former Minister Vegitele. He told him, give this Mogotsi money. We want to arrest Senzo. He said that before this committee. I didn't know. The same person talks to me and say, you know what, I want to fund this thing. Even thought maybe Minister Senzo have certain ambitions. He was talking a lot of money, but he only funded this January 8. And the minister didn't know, was not part. He did not even book accommodation because the minister has official residence here. So if you talk to me in the context of saying as a human being, like maybe, and when I came out of this, I never said, honorable members, I'm a high priest, I'm this. I spoke the truth. This is legend building. This is what I'll do. This is how I obtained the statement. And so many other people who are even serving sentences. So I'm not just at liberty to say this and this and that. And other colleagues who will drive the cars, even here in Cape Town, who will be sleeping with this person, going.
No,
Mr. Mogotsi.
You are leaving what Honorable Mvalo is trying to.
He's talking about moral. I'm talking about my job.
I think because I don't see us making any progress. I'm just shocked. It's amazing to see a person who calls himself an agent of crime intelligence asking for monies from people he is investigating. I mean, it's really shocking, but let's move on because you are being argumentative.
No, Chair.
Please pause on Mvalo.
Honorable Nomvalo, you asked that Mogotsi, what do you mean by that? Because he says, I wish this was not asked in front of politicians who know how these things are done. We don't know that. We don't know that. So we want you to answer that question. What do you mean by that? What do you mean we know? We as politicians know.
Celebrations. Even your political party.
You're saying he was not asking about celebration. He was asking about money. Why would you ask a money from a person you're investigating? And you said, I wish politicians, this was not asked in front of politicians because you politicians know. We don't know that.
All right. The person offered the money.
And also, Mr. Mogotsi, also recall that you have made mention of PKT team members who allegedly have been given money in Forte.
Yes, in Forte, yes.
Which is something you describe as very wrong and illegal. So you must recall that this is a subject of investigation. You are consistently requesting financial favors from the same person. Now make it make sense not only to us, also to the people of South Africa. It must make sense. How does that happen?
All right, Chair, let's talk of a criminal case of Forte. There was a case there goes the police, not an agent. Police goes there and you ultimately got the statement that they were given money by the people they have arrested. This is a different case. Here's a man, I understand you bring to say, perhaps you should ask me, the question should be, is it wrong to do as you are saying? Humanly, I'll say, yes, it's wrong. But I'm saying he offered to assist. And after assisting, something which during celebrations happens, he assisted. And that's the point I'm trying to make.
Can I put a different point through you, Chair? The only thing that makes sense to me is you came across this information that this guy is being investigated, and then and I will deal with that when I deal with my questions later. You pretended to be investigating him, and then in the process, you started extorting this guy for money, because you had promised him that you will do this or that, including amongst other things, maybe the case will disappear or something like that. Because for me, if you are investigating a person and you still ask for money from the same person you are investigating, the only possibility is that you are extorting the guy the money. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, but Chair, it may be perceived like that. But if, for example, when he gave me money, I bought a car or I used that money for myself, I would really be guilty. And if you say, as an investigator, is it appropriate to collect money from the person investigating? Is it right or wrong? The answer is it's wrong.
Were you not the beneficiaries of the people who slept at the accommodation that Matala paid for?
Myself?
Yes.
Yeah, that's correct.
You slept there.
Yeah.
So what is the difference between sleeping there where the money paid for the accommodation and the money buying for the car? Because you are saying if we're buying the car, you will say, no, maybe I understand. But he paid for a room.
That's correct.
He paid for a room of a person who's investigating him. And therefore you're extorting him.
And his plan was to arrive, to come and have our things. And you know, you can call it extortion, Honorable Malema, honorable members. I'm even thinking perhaps I should look for his lawyer, you know, and give him this money.
Yeah, that's fine, Mr. Mogotsi. You took the money of a
Yes.
person you were investigating.
That's correct.
Yes. And that amounts to an extortion.
When
Because
it was-
he knew you were investigating him.
When it was paid for the celebration which he offered to pay.
No, that doesn't matter, but you took it. It was you.
That's the
It was
case.
you
Yes.
who went to ask for money.
You know, he offered. He even wanted, if you can look at the messages, he even wanted the tables for the gallery.
So you have never asked him for money.
I did on that.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You have been
Which he did
asking
not
him
give.
for money.
Okay. Now let me accept. Oh, you know,
Yes.
honorable members, I know that, and this has been happening. That's why I'm having a problem that the truth which is required for the committee to get this influence and whatever with the police, how we come here and we focus on this extortion and I was lying, I'm a liar. It does not change what General Mukonazi has said. Does not change the properties which were bought. Does not change the
No,
killing
no,
of information.
Mr. Mogotsi. Mr. Mogotsi,
No, it does, Mr. Mogotsi, because we just made an admission now that you are going
Wait,
to
hold
look
on.
for the lawyer of Matala and return the money. If we've not done what we have done now,
Yeah.
you are not going to be saying you're going to look for the lawyer of Matala and return the money, because this process has helped you to realize you were wrong to take the money from Matala.
No,
okay.
it's not about being wrong.
Let's pause there. Let's
Please
pause there.
protect me, Shay.
Apologies, Honorable Nomvalo. We know this is your time. You'll be reimbursed. I think, Mr. Mogotsi, here you came. You adduced evidence yourself that there would have been, it's written here, signed under oath,
Yes.
that there would have been an allegation or a suspicion that General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi was the main witness of this committee, is a CIA agent. It's an information that comes from you that you would have been assigned an obligation to investigate that. You bring series of events, and amongst those is you traveling to Kenya as part of that investigation. Now, all Nomvalo is stressing a question, whether is it legally permissible, whether is it ethically permissible for a person from crime intelligence who is investigating someone to still receive financial favors from the same subject of investigation. That is like a central nerve of what is being discussed here. So
Correct.
other things, leave other things. Focus on the question or Nomvalo is posed upon you.
Yeah, but in addition to what Honorable Member is saying is that.
No, Ormalema
I'm talking about
followed up.
for one
Wait,
foot.
wait, Mr. Mkhotsi. Ormalema followed up on a question asked by Honorable Nomvalo, which you did not answer satisfactorily.
Okay.
So
I did say.
that's the issue. So the question of Honorable Nomvalo still stands.
Yes, to say,
Yes.
is it correct? Is it wrong? I said, yes, it's wrong. If he's talking in that sense. Now, what Honorable was saying, the reason, because when I think we'll deal about these matters that are pressing the police and all this corruption taking place, the 149 comes into it. So to say, if I give it back to him, maybe now we'll focus on.
No,
the things that-
it won't change the fact that you solicited financial favors from a subject of your investigation. Whether it is brought back and it is tripled when it is brought back, the amount, it doesn't change the fact that there is a solicitation of financial favors from a subject of investigation. But let's allow Honorable Nomvalo to proceed with this questioning. We'll come to you, Honorable Shong soon.
Yeah, so if you concede to an assertion that it's wrong, you must swallow your pride and say I was wrong.
That's what I said, Che. Because we're talking about, when I was talking about being on duty and someone offering, and then you bring it back and say it's wrong. I said, if you say, ask me, is it wrong? I'll say, yes, it's wrong.
Yeah, and then how do we continue to trust your credibility
With the money that was
with
spent in
that
celebration.
cloud hanging over you?
The committee will decide if the information I give is usable or not.
No, but I'm saying not even the committee now, but South Africans, how do they continue to trust your credibility with that dark cloud hanging over you?
Chairperson, if the person, or even this past January 8th, somebody paid. The people do spend. Now I say, okay, because it's a subject of investigation, it was wrong. There comes that cloud. I'm saying it was wrong. But it doesn't mean I did not produce evidence here. It does not mean the evidence and the information I'm bringing does not exist.
Yeah, we are saying Matala told you that he gave Mkhwanazi, Mr. Matala told you that he gave General Mkhwanazi some money.
Something.
Did you take it? Not money, he said something.
Yes, I told he said I gave him something, but it will be presumed as money.
So you didn't ask what kind of thing he gave?
No, he didn't. Remember, he was talking to me from prison over the phone. He
Yeah.
didn't tell me how much.
Because that is another part. So he called you from prison.
Yes.
What was he using to call you? A telephone?
A cell phone.
A cell phone?
Yes,
In prison?
that's correct.
Is it legal to use a cell phone in prison?
It's not legal.
Why did you
I
not?
mean, it is not legal at all.
Yeah, because you know why I was asking your modus operandi.
Yeah.
Here is a person who is breaking the law. And you are saying you are an agent of crime intelligence.
Yes.
You know, I was in the portfolio committee of correctional services.
Yes.
We're doing oversight in correctional service facilities
Yeah.
because of a dominant criminal activity within the precinct of carrying cell phones. And cell phones are used to facilitate crime inside prison. Now, here you are saying to us, you are an agent of crime intelligence. There is this person who is committing a crime speaking with you, and you are not reporting that.
Chair. Chairperson, and thank you that you are doing oversight. In those correctional centers, you should have asked them, do you take these people to town to buy phones? You cannot even say it's crime. When a phone is ringing on my phone, when once a phone rings and I answer saying I'm Cat, you will never know if it was borrowed by a police inside or where does he get the phone. What is important is to get the message.
So you never raised that with anyone?
No, I can never raise it with anyone.
Yeah, so it was business as usual.
It's not business as usual.
No, but here you are not a normal person, remember, Mr. Mogotsi. You are not an ordinary citizen. We are working with crime intelligence. Crime intelligence. And you are saying you have your informers from whom you take information.
Including in prison.
Yeah. So how do you justify now a scenario in crime is committed in front of you and you don't say anything?
You see, Chairperson, my job, if people are stealing chickens in the street and in my house, it cannot fall in my scope of work. I'll just look at them. Let me tell you an evidence which was brought here by Patricia Mashali about a person inside prison. That person could not have taken out that information if he did not have a cell phone. There are cell phones. It's not my fault that there are cell phones in prison. But the important thing is just look at this now. If I drop the phone and say, I'm going to report you, I wouldn't have known that General Mogotsi had a meeting with Cat Matala. And that was a very important message that he was giving to me. So I had to say, and also to add, Chairperson, when he was talking to me, it appeared on the news that he was found talking on the phone. And he was talking to me. And it's worrisome. But he gave me information that he was, and no one is concerned. Well, it was clarified that General Mogotsi never said he won't meet criminals. He said he won't make peace. It's clarified. But I was concerned that he met with Cat Matala.
Okay. Yeah, we are talking about cases which were opened in KZN and later suppressed. You are saying they were opened in police stations, in different police stations.
Cape Town.
No, the cases which are related to harassment
Oh, yes.
in the Zulu Royal House.
Yes.
Yeah. So to which police stations were they opened?
I don't know. They just said they tried to open police station. The 8 and Prince Zulu.
Who?
Prince Zulu, Smakati.
So, I mean, you have written it here under oath in your statement. So you didn't make an effort to probe it further, to get some details, even names, because if we want to take it further, we must go to those police stations
No, the case
and
that
see if really cases were opened and were not attended to.
no, but Chair, that was not my job now. I can never inquire and know. What is important, just like here. Fadil Adams opened cases here against whoever. They were not taken serious, nothing happened. He then went to Soweto.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying it's your job.
Yes,
I'm
but-
saying here to you, you have written this in your statement
Yes,
as evidence.
yes.
So to help your evidence, not because you are doing anybody's job, but to help your evidence, did you probe this further? Maybe
Yeah.
just to ascertain, because you can't rely on hearsay and say, this one told me this, I wrote it. It was not my job to inquire about
Yeah.
it. Whereas we have written it here in your statement.
It's true, Chair.
Yeah, because here you are helping the committee, correct?
That's correct.
To probe all these allegations.
Yes.
So now we're in the dark because we want to know these police stations
Yeah.
so that we can take the matter further.
No, I can take it very easy, Chair. The matter was transformed on page 9 was transferred to Nongoma under case 974. This case number is in Nongoma. When we get to Nongoma, we'll get the A1 statement in the docket with the name of the complainant, and that's where he'll be able to give. But other thing that I can do, if I'm allowed, because I can ask someone to obtain additional statement to that effect from the same person who opened this case.
Thank you, Honorable Nomvalo. Greetings to the Chief Whip of the official opposition, who has come here and disturbed my members already. The Chair and the Whip of the Higher Education Committee, Honorable C and Honorable Low. Honorable Shongwe, you start now.
Thank you,
Clip
thank you,
of
Chair.
the evidence leader is still feverish. Please proceed.
Okay. Re Mogotsi, how is it?
No, good temper, okay.
O sharp.
Okay,
Ba ga Mogotsi ke ba kwena or ke ba tao?
ba farologana.
Oh, wena?
Ke morolong.
All right, all right. No, ka o dumedisa.
Ke leboha.
Before utla mo sa le wa bonana le Mama Bolo.
Mabolo ke mang?
O la sala apara o tshwana le wena so. Azanga ne?
Ha ke
Oh,
mo-
Okay, no, just
Just
checking.
Maybe nkadimile.
All right, all right. Firstly, I would like to say I'm sorry for saying you are the Black Sullivan. I know you complain about that, right?
Thank you.
But I need you to prove me wrong. Paul Sullivan says he used his own money to conduct investigations because he loves South Africa. You are saying the very same thing, that you used your own money to travel around Kenya and wherever to do the investigations. What's the difference between you and Paul Sullivan there?
The size of these operations can never be the same. You know, I was traveling, I could not hear what Paul Sullivan was saying, but he was talking about
no.
the private jet.
So that I don't confuse you. You said you are angry or you're not okay with the fact that I said where now you are a Black or Sullivan.
Yeah.
So I'm asking the difference between you and Paul Sullivan. Sullivan says he used his own money to conduct investigation. You are saying you used your own money to conduct investigations as well. Is there a difference between you and Paul Sullivan?
With the action that you have taken, you are referring to the same actions, not that
the
we are the
same, eh?
same. The actions,
The action.
not that me and him are the same.
Okay, we'll get to it. I believe he's a liar. Are you a liar?
I don't understand the question.
Are you a liar?
No, I'm not a liar.
Do you think you are honest compared to Paul Sullivan?
I don't know if Sullivan is honest or not.
Are you an honest person?
I am an honest person.
So when you take an initiative to do investigation with your own money, to whom do you report to with all these findings?
To a handler.
To the handler.
Yeah.
And this handler of yours is taking information from you for free, but he's a handler.
No, it did not happen every time. Here the matter was referred to Kenya. Sometimes you are in a situation where 700 rand, 1,000 is required. You will inform him and still execute what is required. You cannot sit and say there's no money. In every circumstances, even people playing soccer,
Yeah.
when the game is about to start, whoever is in charge will put petrol, take them to the ground, and perhaps expect to be paid back. A similar situation.
No confuse Mr. Mogotsi. Angisazi sesikhuluma ngani. Asibuyele emuva. I'm asking ukuthi this handler of yours, you are giving him information
Yes.
and it doesn't reimburse you your own money that you used for his own information that you give.
In the case of Kenya.
In the
Or
case
you're-
of Kenya.
Or you're talking generally.
No, I'm talking, okay, where do you get funding? Who funds you?
You see, it's very difficult question. My handler is the one who can answer that. But I'm saying, ever since this arrest of General Kumalo and them and stuff, there has never been any operation that has been funded till today.
Let's pass that, we'll come back. Have you been arrested?
Yes,
How many times?
for being sentenced or arrested.
Arrested and sentenced?
I was sentenced for drink and driving assault.
Okay. How many cases have been dropped under your name?
I cannot remember.
Have you been charged and have cases dropped?
Yes,
How many?
and many times.
Many times. And what were those cases about?
Assault, driving, or not driving, reckless driving, fraud. There are many. I cannot. Perhaps if we had the CP 69 printed,
You will
we would-
have those.
Yeah.
Is there a murder case that has been dropped on your cases?
Yes, that's correct.
What happened?
It was dropped. The state must.
What happened? Why did they say you murdered somebody?
It happened.
You murdered somebody?
Yes.
Why?
I mean, isn't that personal?
Murder, personal.
Kiraju, ask me
Arabo
for
Swan,
no. To say why.
maybe Kastwana murder,
No.
personal.
If me and somebody had a fight and he died,
Oh,
and you ask me why?
I'm asking what happened.
No, there was a fight.
There
It's
was
not
a
that
fight.
it was an intentional.
Did you shoot that person?
No, it was physical.
Um,
And he fell on his neck.
I fell, okay.
Yes.
All right. And then that case was dropped.
That case was finally was dropped.
It was dropped
Yes.
as a self-defense.
No, it was not. If a self-defense, it means I was found not guilty.
Were
It's
you
not-
found guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Okay, let's go back then. That
I'm
case was
saying
dropped.
If you say self-defense, it means I was found not guilty. The court found out that it was not an intentional killing. But if it was dropped, it means it was withdrawn.
Was sound confused. Are you saying you were charged?
Yes, and the matter was
And then-
withdrawn.
The matter was withdrawn.
That's correct.
Were you found guilty?
No,
But the case was dropped.
the case was withdrawn.
On what basis?
I don't know what was the thing.
And which court was this?
It's in Mawatu.
This handler of yours, was he involved in getting that
No.
case dropped?
No.
The handler
There
that
was
passed,
no-
that
and the
passed on?
witnesses, no, there were no witnesses. The other witness could not come to court.
There were no witnesses. Hold that thought. There were no witnesses, Chair.
Please hold, Honorable Shongwe. Honorable Mvalo.
No, it's a follow-up, Chair. Thank you very much. I just want to establish at what point was the case withdrawn? Was it enrolled?
Yes, it was enrolled. It went to court, set for trial, and it was withdrawn because of the part of the witness. Well, the thing is, I did not really hear what was the purpose of withdrawal, but I was in court
So when you say it was withdrawn, you mean it was withdrawn by the prosecution,
by the state. Yes,
by the prosecutor?
yes.
So they didn't communicate the decision to you? I mean, the reason for withdrawal?
It must have been written on the docket. I was there in court, and the matter was withdrawn.
At the time when the matter was withdrawn, where were you? Were you in
court.
prison or
I
outside?
was in court.
You were out on bail? No,
Yes, in bail.
on bail. You are
That's-
out on bail.
That's correct.
So you are saying the witnesses did not attend?
No, there was no witness. Well, the day when I was in court, there was no witness. And the second time, from the statement of the witness, because remember, the incident happened between me and this person. It was only me and him. So the state did not actually have the necessary case to prove.
Did you plead?
No, I did not plead.
You did not plead.
Yes.
So if how were you going to plead to the case? Because the way you are
Not
narrating
guilty.
it, the way you are narrating it here,
Yeah.
you are saying you knew what happened to him. You had a fight and then he
Yes.
passed on.
Yes.
So
I was-
is that the same evidence you are going to give in court?
Yes, but it was not an intentional. He fell on his
Yes.
leg.
But I'm saying you are not going to deny the merits that
No,
he
I
died
won't.
because you had a physical fight
Yes, I
and
wouldn't
he
deny.
did not survive.
Yes.
Okay, no, thank you.
Okay, Honorable Shongwe.
Just a second, Chair.
Okay. Wait, I'm going to come to you, Honorable Malema.
Oh, thank you, Chair. I just wanted to find out a follow-up on that. When that happened, were you now deregistered or were you still registered as an agent? In fact, which year? Maybe that will make things easy for me to understand. Were you then registered or deregistered at that time?
It was in 2010. Yes, I was an agent at the time.
Yeah, what I'm saying, were you registered?
Yes, I was an agent.
That was before you were deregistered as an agent.
No. See, these are two processes of being registered as an informant and being registered.
No, I understand that.
Yeah, but after when you are recruited to be an agent, it happened in 2009. And this incident happened in 2010.
Yeah, but you were deregistered within a year. But anyway, it will come at a later stage. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
What are the
Wait, Honorable Shongwe, Honorable Malema.
Thanks. Was it a female or male?
So male,
Male.
that's correct.
And then when they charged you, the charge was it culpable homicide or murder?
It was murder. And then, yeah, it was murder. But my defense was intending to apply for to convert it to culpable homicide. But before the trial, then the matter was withdrawn.
You had already pleaded.
Yes, I was going to plead not guilty.
No, I'm asking if you had pleaded.
Yes, in a Schedule 6, what happens? Yes, that's correct. In a Schedule 6 of Schedule 5-6, you have to plead, yes, before going to trial. I pleaded not guilty.
Yeah, and when you plead not guilty, they would have said to you, you are charged with the murder of so and so and so, wara. Do you understand the charges? You say yes. And then you plead not guilty or guilty, then you say not guilty. So that told you it's murder,
That's correct.
which means there was a prima facie evidence of murder.
I don't know.
No, that's why they charged you with
Oh,
murder.
okay.
If they didn't have a prima facie case of murder, they would have changed it themselves
Yeah,
into culpable homicide.
that's correct.
And then witnesses didn't show up.
There was no witness. He was very far. When I took this person to the clinic, then this person arrived,
Okay,
and he later passed on.
no thanks.
Honorable Shongwe, proceed.
Thank you, Chair. No, thank you. Babu Mogotsi, this situation is very sad.
Mm.
If you know you are a father to your children, I believe, and maybe your family is depending on you, am I correct?
That's correct.
If I were to give my time to you, that you take this opportunity and maybe give dignity to your surname, give dignity to your family, take this opportunity and come out and tell us the truth in everything, and not try to maybe dodge this thing. Would you take it?
Which
The
opportunity,
question, would you take the opportunity? Would you take it?
which opportunity to tell the truth about what?
A lot of things that are really, really happening. Because you see, there's something I'll tell you. At SAPS, when one has a handler, your behavior is not the same. Number two, you are drawing a picture to me and the South Africans that your handler allowed things to happen while you were under his guidance. For example, it looks as if it's a promotion. You were a what do you call this?
I mean,
An informant. Then you got a promotion to being an agent
not by him, not by the first person.
by the first person.
I understand.
And this handler of yours knew about this information. So are you telling South Africans that the state doesn't care if you are continuously doing wrong things? It just gives you
Which wrong thing are you referring to, Honorable Member?
a matter, my bro.
No. You see, and once something did not happen intentionally, there's a premeditated where I plan to murder someone.
Okay.
It's a similar thing as we did
Let's stop right
Parliament.
there.
Yes.
Now
and-
let's leave the intention part.
the person may
I
not-
just want to ask you when you continue.
Okay.
Let's leave the intention part.
Yeah.
Are you saying to me with what happened, are you happy with how the court conducted this matter of yours in dropping the case?
But what was it expected?
How was it dropped? Let's go there.
I'm saying there was no witness.
So the case must be dropped because
The
there was no
person
witness.
who was going to witness also passed on.
Okay, if I take a gun and shoot
It's
Honorable
premeditated.
Nomvalo here, and it's just me and him, and I take him to clinic or hospital, what witness? Why would a witness be needed there if there's evidence that I shot the person? I said that I shot the person.
No. You see,
You
there
took
are
the
gun-
person to the clinic, right?
Yeah, but there are gun laws.
No, leave the gun.
Yes.
I was making an example.
fighting-
You fought with this person, he
Yes.
fell, and then you
Intentionally.
took him to the clinic.
Yes.
Is there a need for a witness there? Now, that's what I'm saying to you. I think, yabona ngesiZulu mfethu, they say, umuntu okhuluma yi-one, simbiza ukuthi uyahlanya, sangene, watsena. But kasi huwa umuntu okhuluma yi-one, maybe it's a child, we would say, imaginary child.
Yeah.
Is there a chance with this handler of yours is an imaginary handler?
No, you see, Chairperson, I'm still repeating myself. The committee will not get what is here for.
But we cannot accept things.
No, you see, and I'm giving you example, even when you live here with a car and you happen to hit someone unintentionally. I hear Honorable Maneva asked whether it was placed as a culpable or not. And I'm saying the intention was to go and place it as culpable homicide because it was just a fight.
Mana,
And I did not, no
let's
object
fix
to
this.
this. Now,
You
now-
are investigating
Chairperson,
cooking
may I just-
Mrs.
may I just- may I just-
No, I want clarity on this thing you explained.
No, but I'm not making a point every time.
Okay, let me
You
wait
see,
for you.
Chairperson, we are talking about a name of individual, Baron Mogotsi. And we come here thinking you are coming to give information. Everyone gets so personal. The South African must see he's a liar and that's exactly what you are doing. Because you are not going to achieve what you are here for. Why I'm saying that? You would tell me the family, the person died, and I've said it was not by intention. And we went to court and and we intending to bring a plea of
Okay,
mercy.
I
you
only have
just-
15 minutes,
Chair,
Mr.
Chair,
Mkhotsi. Sorry for that.
no,
I apologize.
you know what
Thing
you're
is,
doing.
you are going
Okay,
all over the place.
let's do like
You are
this.
just-
Honorable Shong.
Chairperson, the honorable member
Mr.
is just killing our characters,
Mr. Mkhotsi.
telling the world
Mr.
that's not
Mkhotsi.
how to going to achieve.
Mr. Mkhotsi, the way I understand what Honorable Shongwe is saying
Yeah.
is in a question form. Is the handler of Mr. Mkhotsi imaginary or not?
No,
I don't think Honorable Shongwe casted an aspersion upon
he
him.
was not even.
He just made a question. So
He
you
was
can-
not
you can
even there,
respond.
and when he passed on in 2020, was that last year, he had nothing to do with this matter. It's absolutely something that happened and we were still young at that time. And most importantly, we are coming here before the commission to say, here's the evidence. General Mkhonazzi never spoke about me and the murder and all these things. Then somebody comes here and you feel that South Africans must see. I think this what happens, Shay, when you go home, when you prepare. Everyone prepares.
Sorry to disturb you, just for the sake of time.
Yeah.
I only have 10 minutes or 15 minutes. I'm not like them.
Yeah, man, we have not spoken to the.
We will. I just want clarity on. I want you to understand my question.
Yes, he's not in.
Quick one. You say that case was dropped because there was no witness. What happened to the witness?
He passed on.
What happened? Why did he die?
He was sick. He was
Was sick.
sick and passed on.
Okay, let's go back. This is my question. Ungilalele kahle, ne? For the country to trust or your handler to trust a person to investigate the issue of Kenya, Israel, King Mrs. Zulu selling coals, and the ANC funder or fundraiser as you were, for a person to trust this type of a person, you'd have to say the character of that person is very intelligent and good, right? Especially when it comes to investigating matters, right? Do you agree?
I agree.
Now, this is the question. Why would your case need a witness if you yourself are taking that person to the clinic and you are taking that matter to yourself, sorry, you are taking that matter yourself to the police station, why would there be a need for a witness?
You don't get the point.
Okay, you're not getting the question. The question is, when do we need a witness on a case?
You don't, yeah, now I'm saying, even if the witness was available, I was going to apply for the plea of
But
culpable.
your case,
Because I'm saying it was not premeditated. You make as if I waited outside the house, got into the house and killed the person.
asiyeke mngana, angeke ngithole impendulo. Let's go, asiye phambili. Ngiyasibona isidingo sakho sokuthi uye evenini. Asilungise la. What is your relationship nobaba omkhulu?
He's a comrade.
He's a comrade. Has he given you money other than the one or behamba between Ket Matala and
Who gave me money?
Lokhonje umkhulu?
Apha mina imali?
Ah,
No,
akazi.
no.
So your comradeship beyinani in between?
What do you have with your honorable member next to you? You are comrade. That's what I have with comrade Senzo Mkhulu.
Are you still comrade Namanje?
Come again?
Are you still comrades?
Me and comrade Mkhulu?
Mm.
You remember, I'm not a member of Senzo Mkhulu.
Are you still comrades?
Yes, we are comrades.
Has he contacted you since this thing started, this
I-
talk?
I spoke to the chief of staff.
Sorry?
Nkabinde. I spoke to Nkabinde.
No, let's just stick to Babu.
No, we have not spoken.
You have not spoken.
Yes.
The time there was this allegation made by General Mkwanas that you called while Babu Mkhun was at Lusikisiki. What was happening?
That I called.
Hmm.
I sent him a message,
Sent who?
General Mkwanas,
For what reason was that?
for my own operation,
Which was?
to get to him and know him better and bring him to where I wanted him.
Were you also investigating him?
Definitely, it's written on my statement.
Okay. Who gave you that task?
The
to
answer is always
investigate him?
going to be one. There's only one
The hand.
person. That's correct.
Okay. Who was your previous handler? Igama lakhe konje, the one who died?
Mabuza.
Mabuza.
Yeah.
Who's your current?
I cannot mention him now.
Because he's alive.
Not really. It's
Sorry?
the arrangement that we made that I cannot.
What is the standing order of a handler? Are they allowed to be mentioned?
In certain circumstances, yes.
Yes,
Certain
in
circumstances.
certain circumstances.
Yeah, not in
In
public.
this
like
regard,
that.
why are you mentioning the one that has passed on and then not the other one as well?
What will it help to hide him? What will it help to? not-
Exactly. What
was-
would it
was
help to
killed.
hide him? Exactly.
Yes.
Why are you hiding this one?
Where has he ever exposed me? He never told anyone I'm his agent.
Has the other one exposed you?
The one who passed on.
Yeah.
No, he has not exposed me.
But you've exposed his family. You've put his family in danger.
And you see, these processes that you are doing.
No, it's not the press. I'm trying to show you, Guti, if
You know-
you say you have a handler
You know.
and you are being trusted to
I'm
investigate serious
getting-
matters such as King Mrs. Ngcobo,
I'm
you
getting,
cannot be as careless with such information.
Chairperson, I'm getting disappointed, When I arrived yesterday,
Babu
It-
Mkhosi,
no, this is very, very important.
Hmm.
When I arrived yesterday, I told the evidence leader, I've been trying to hide the name of this person who has passed on. I'm worried about his family.
Did the evidence leader force you to give that name?
No,
But
no, you see, now that's the point I'm trying to make. Then she said to me, but this is going to be an oath and what, please do the right thing. I said, I'm worried about his family. And we put the name. I'm asking if you spoke. Korea, it's so coincidental.
No. Just, which handler was it? Who was doing? Were you trained were you trained for this?
Look.
What were you trained for?
Yes, I'm being clandestine investigations and all COVID.
Were you trained?
Yes, proper. Not written, the way in which an agent are trained. You don't wear uniform and do push-ups and stuff, no. But I'm trying to say to you is,
You were intelligently trained.
I arrived yesterday, I speak to the evidence lead, I'm telling her, I'm sitting with a problem of, I'm going to take an oath, and I am having the duty to protect the name of this person, and he has passed on, chairperson. And immediately, Now this thing comes.
Thank you, Chairperson. Uzongithola la ngaphandle, i-van nje limhlophe.
Thank you, Honorable Shongwe.
Hi.
You are not a fleet manager. Leave these things of fence.
Chairperson, you heard my concern.
Yes, I heard your concern,
I
but
came yesterday, I
but-
spoke to the evidence leader,
but-
the same thing, and I said, this person has passed on.
Mr.
I
Mogotsi,
didn't want to put his
Mr.
real name.
Mogotsi,
I decided to put it,
Mr. Mogotsi,
there comes the question.
there are a lot of Mabuzas who have passed away, including the former Deputy President, David Mabuza. So without giving much detail, I don't think it has caused any harm,
Yeah, it is.
including ourselves. No, including ourselves, cannot actually know the detail of which Mabuza we're talking about.
It's what I'm
The
saying.
point is, you have made a point because
It's been shot
if
6 times.
if there is a suspicion that you may have created a story about the handler, at least you have brought something which does not endanger the next person, because there are a lot of Mabuzas I can count for you. So you shouldn't worry about that. It's an information that is well contained. Honorable President Bach?
Thank you, Chair. Good afternoon, Mr. Mogotsi.
Middag, mevrouw.
Can you please, both of you, shift back to where you were? Thank you. Okay, Mr. Mogotsi, you're determined to make life really difficult for yourself.
Come again?
So
Uh,
let's continue. I'd like to start off with can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I'd like to start off with the conversation you were having with Mr. Shongwe here about your, it was a murder trial?
It was yes, it was a matter which I intended to apply to be a culpable homicide.
Yeah, you see, that's just not how criminal law works. You don't get to apply for
Yeah,
murder to
yes,
become culpable homicide. The requirements for each offense is significantly different.
that's correct.
So if you know that and you know that it's correct, then why do you mention it?
That's how I felt at the time.
It's how you felt at the time. So what happened? You killed somebody.
The person died when we had the altercation.
So then you killed him.
That's correct.
Yes. So how did he die? What did you do?
In terms of what,
How did you kill him?
we had an
Did you
altercation.
hit him? Did you shoot him? Did
No, it was just a short fight. When I pushed him, he fell on his neck.
So you strangled him?
No, as I remember, I hit him with a clap, and when he went back, he slipped and fell on the window on his back.
Okay. So you said, as I understood it to Honorable Shongwe, that you in fact pleaded, or maybe to Honorable Malema, that you pleaded. You pleaded not guilty.
That's correct.
You remember that?
Yes, that's correct.
But a matter can't be withdrawn, Mr. Mogotsi, once you've pleaded. It's not possible.
I don't know.
No, I'm telling you.
Yes, I know you're a former prosecutor. Yes.
Once you've pleaded in a criminal trial, it cannot be withdrawn. Not possible.
Okay.
So what happened with that trial?
I don't know. Maybe the commission should establish what happened at the
Well,
time.
can you give me the details? I'll get them from you later. You don't have to waste my time with
Okay,
it now, but
okay.
I'll certainly have to have a look at that because the matter cannot be withdrawn once you've pleaded.
Okay.
Yeah, and you say nobody helped you with that.
Nobody?
Nobody helped you. None of your contacts in the
No,
police. So, I mean, you're quite comfortable with being in trouble with the law. It's not the first time. That's not the only time you've been in trouble with the law, right?
What is honorable member implying?
I'm implying that it's not the first time that you've been in trouble with the law.
By
Simple
sitting-
question.
I don't.
Have you or have you not been in trouble with the law at other times?
Yes, I was. I had some.
So
I
then-
thought you're saying by sitting here, I'm in trouble with the law.
No.
Okay.
So you'll find it easier to deal with this interaction if you just answer the questions, Mr. Mogotsi, and don't try and involve yourself in a debate with me, please. So the question was quite simple. Have you been in trouble with the law besides this?
Yes.
Yes, then there's no need to say, what am I implying? It's very clear what I'm implying. Your criminal record, you have a criminal record?
That's correct.
Yes. It includes convictions for assault with intent to cause grievous bodily harm.
GBH, yes.
Yes. Defeating the ends of justice, reckless driving, So you're an old skeleton.
Of fighting.
Yeah, you like to beat people, huh?
No, it's not scary to beat people.
You don't think so?
No.
I see. You've also faced other charges for assault, theft, fraud. You haven't necessarily been convicted of everything, but you've been in trouble.
No, I was convicted for reckless driving and assault.
Assault GBH.
That's correct.
Yeah, don't forget the GBH.
Is what I'm talking assault.
Yeah,
H.
yeah, GBH is the important part of that. Intent to cause grievous bodily harm.
That's correct.
The same elements as murder, only he didn't die. Yeah.
Yeah.
So not something to brag about, I want to tell you. You know who, what's it, Gotle specialists are.
That's correct.
Yeah, it's a company based in the town where you live, Mahikeng.
That's correct.
Directed by one Dorothy Lekwabe.
That's all.
Yes. Now, there's an allegation that you involved yourself in a tender issue in the Northwest Province and that you received money from this institution. Is that correct?
No,
It's not correct.
you never got a tender.
No, you didn't get the tender, but you nevertheless received, it was the Brown Mogotsi Foundation opposed the administration of former Northwest Premier Supra Mapumahalo in your foundation filed an application to interdict a 1 billion rand catering tender. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And what happened with that?
The interdict, it was an interim order.
Yeah?
The matter went to the full bench.
Yes?
Subsequently, it was appealed in the SCA and we did not proceed.
And then what happened?
I don't know what happened.
So you go to all that trouble and then you don't know what happened. Now, who is this lady who's paying you money via the back door?
No, it's not my money.
No, that's not your money. We agree on that point. Why is she paying you money via the back door?
What?
Why is she paying you this money? Are you denying that she paid you money?
She paid me money.
Yes.
The tender.
Mrs. Lekwabe from Mahikeng.
Okay, no. Okay, no, I know her. She's my fiance.
She's your fiance?
That's correct.
Oh,
Yes.
that's why she's paying you money.
Yeah.
I see. Doesn't always work that way. Now, you at great pains, Mr. Mogotsi, to convince us that you're a legitimate agent for crime intelligence, that you were first an informer, and then you got registered as an agent. Then you talk about things like that you investigated cases. You go to Kenya for an investigation. And you used information for investigations. What are you talking about?
Is to collect information and give it to the handler.
No, you refer to yourself doing investigation.
That's correct.
What are you talking about? Since when do informers and agents do investigations? You collect the information, you give it to the police. They do the investigations. That's their job.
That's correct.
So why do you say you investigate? You investigate nothing at all.
Because to obtain information, you have to investigate the information.
Ach, Mr. Mogotsi, please, man. I'm an old woman. Don't waste my time with such
So,
claptrap.
Chairperson, the process of obtaining information, how do you collect this information?
I explained to you, don't enter into a debate with me. That's not why we're here. And I'm not terribly interested in having a debate with you about a subject that I know quite a lot about and you appear to know quite a little. So if you are an informer, you ask people, you listen, you sit around bars and shebeens and
That's correct.
I asked Mr. Maleme if I could use the word and he said I shouldn't, so I'll try and restrain myself. But you know what what I want to call you, yeah.
Yes.
You know what
Informant, they'll be
yeah,
impaired.
you know what I want to call you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not agent. Agent is not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to call you, that thing. And it is not a policeman, you're not an investigator, you're not a detective.
Yeah.
You just sit around and hang around street corners and read rubbish in the newspaper and look at stuff on social media, and then you package it together like it's real stuff, and you go and give it to your handler like it's proper information. That's not investigation. That's just collecting little bits and bobs here and there. Doesn't make you an investigator. An investigator is a serious job.
Yeah, you'll define it in your terms that you understand. Probably I'm wrong to call it that way,
You are.
but that's how we collect information all the time.
So we've established that you're nothing but an informant. And now and then you get paid for the information that you bring, depending on how useful it is. Is that correct?
When I was an informant, yes.
Yes. And an agent, you get a salary.
No, you get money differently.
How?
Cash.
Yes, everyone gets cash. Informants also get cash. What do you think? Your informant opens a bank account and the police pay money into it. I mean, how do you?
And the police who are in the agent program, they
Yeah.
also get cash
So of course they do.
without personal numbers and stuff.
Of course they do. It depends on how much your information was worth, whether it led to an arrest, etc., etc., etc.
That's correct.
Yeah, so it's not like this
Work.
007 kind of job that you've been watching too much TV with and flying off to Kenya to go and do investigations. Nonsense. And no informer spends their own money on doing investigations for the South African police. In 30 years, I never heard of that.
The current circumstances.
Tom.
Okay. But I said with the current circumstances, that's what happened.
So you say in your affidavit rather grandly that your statement is intended to assist this committee in evaluating the extent of misconduct and unethical behavior by members of the police and other relevant individuals or institutions.
That's correct.
Really? Well, how are you going to do that? How are you going to assist us? When what you've done today is made up flimsy stories, quite frankly. I'll say with respect,
So,
let's be strict with it.
Okay.
And you've told us these you really watch too much TV, Mr. Mogotsi. And you think we do too?
No, honorable member,
Yes.
I never applied to come before the committee.
No, Mr. Mogotsi, you.
Now I get invited and I kept on saying, this is the last line of defense. The information, the way you say it, the moment you get
do
it,
that.
I believe it will help.
I'm not interested in how you got here. We all know how you got here. So let me tell you why you're here. You're here because other people have fingered you. And I'm going to call you that now because you agree it's what you are. Have fingered you as an impimpi. And you're here now to defend yourself. That's why you're here. You're not here to help us get any information. You're not interested in combating unethical practices and other malpractice in the South African police. People have exposed you and you're here trying to save yourself. That's what you're here for. And you think that you can spin these really flimsy stories and convince us that it's true and fact and real. Come on.
But who exposed me, honorable member?
Oh, everybody at the Malanga Commission and here. Why are you friends with somebody like Mr. Matala? How did you meet him?
I can't remember how I met him.
You can't remember. You can remember. You seem to remember things that suit you and not remember other things that don't suit you. How can you not remember how you met Mr. Matala? It's not so long ago.
It's long time ago.
How long?
I said it was even just after COVID. But to say,
It's a couple of years ago.
and
Even
to
I can
say-
remember.
and to say, how do I meet him as my friend? It's, I don't know how to put this thing. And usually on TV, I always hear in this committee, you say, we are having conversation. I don't know how to respond to you, honorable member. As you sit there and now, with respect, I can't even make one.
You must answer the questions, Mr. Mogotsi. You see, you're rambling on here now.
That I'm being fielded like a pimpy.
Well,
It's me who allowed you to use that word. I'm not one.
if the
Unfortunately.
shoe fits, Mr. Mogotsi, wear it. The unfortunate incident of Mr. Mabuza, who was shot in September 2025, and I don't want to dwell on this because I understand that it's difficult for you, in an execution-style killing. Was that crime ever solved? Was there a case opened? Was it investigated?
Yes, the
Did
case.
they arrest somebody?
Not yet.
Sure. And where's crime intelligence?
Lieutenant General Kumalo, they are there.
One would have thought that they would have spent quite a lot of time
They
on a
have,
matter of their own person.
yeah, they are heading crime intelligence.
See, that's not working. You say that the affidavits in BM2, the individuals who deposed to these affidavits are newly appointed at crime intelligence, and they've been asked to fabricate the facts stated in their affidavits in order to discredit you. That's
It's not-
on page
not-
5 of your
Yeah,
affidavit.
It's only one of them.
Okay,
They-
and why?
There's one saying that and there's one opposing that.
And why would Lieutenant General Kumalo and General Lushaba instruct somebody to depose to an affidavit to discredit you? You're just an informer. Why?
I'll try and find out. I'll ask them.
No, you say so. Having said so, you must know why.
Because honorable member said, this person only came to crime intelligence in 2024. And yet he put up an affidavit of someone he doesn't even know. And I'm saying this person was taken from somewhere as a support staff member and was promoted to the office of General Lushaba. You know, even the same General Lushaba, you won't understand, no one will understand how he got promoted.
How he got?
Promoted. You know, he was born 1983. He's a major general. And you go into subs today and check, there are more than 20,000 police officers who've been with relevant qualifications, who've been captains, warrant officers, and sergeants for all the years, including the woman who comes from BMW. No basic training, nothing. She got appointed and then as a brigadier. And the person who came to committee said she was the only one who could do the job.
Yes, I remember that, Mr. Mogotsi, and I was equally astonished, believe me. So you say that you know for a fact that these people were instructed by Lieutenant General Kumalo and General Lushaba to depose to affidavits in order to discredit you.
No, a similar question was raised, and I said, because I cannot produce any evidence, I may be wrong, but that's how I feel, because these are the only two people who can say I am not this particular.
So you understand the nature of an affidavit?
I do,
Yes. That what you're saying, it must be the truth,
yes,
not how you feel. It must be the truth.
that's correct.
You say, I swear that the contents of this affidavit are true and correct and within my personal knowledge unless the context indicates otherwise. That's what you say in an affidavit.
That's correct, and that's what the context are saying otherwise.
No, you're saying you think so, you feel it.
No, how else can this person who doesn't know me
You
say,
see the
I'm not in
difficulty
the
of
database.
having, Mr. Mogotsi, is that you admit up front that you're a professional liar.
where did
You say, I'm a professional liar. My job is to lie. You say so. I'm an agent.
You see, then it means you cannot have a person of like a contact to appear before this kind of platforms,
Well,
because 90 to 40% of the work they do I'll give you why I'm saying that. Even when there is a robbery, this person will lie to the criminals, like the informant who was killed. He left with 17 people. He was the 17th person. All 16 of them were killed. He came back alive. Only the police knew he was alive. But he was killed after being given 50,000 instead of 1 million. So now, how do you classify that person?
I see Mr. Skosana wants to ask something.
Thank you, Chair. I think the question is very clear to you. Honorable Breitenberg is asking you that when you started here, you said yourself that you are a professional liar. Do you agree?
No, you can't.
But
I said you are empowered with an instrument called the legend building, which allows you in circumstances after getting permission from a handler to create a false life. It's not that I go around here calling myself Tapoli tomorrow.
No. No, Mr. Mogotsi.
I can never say that.
Mr. Mogotsi,
And under oath-
we can play that.
Under oath, I said, this is not an operation, this is a hearing. Therefore, I cannot lie here.
No. You said you are a professional liar.
No, I said
You-
in
you-
my
you-
tongue,
you-
they said I'm a professional liar.
Yeah, but
I must have
are you
attained-
not?
No.
Okay, okay.
Chairperson, it
Wait,
means I've
wait,
attained qualification to be a
wait,
liar.
Honorable Skosana. I think the witness will remember that Honorable Ntuli asked about majority of the modus operandi of your work, which relies on creating falsehoods. Recall that the evidence leader was referring you to
Affidavit.
the affidavit at PM1,
Yes.
where you created a falsehood that you work at the office of the Minister
That's
of
correct.
Police.
Yes.
So that's where the tone and the questioning from Honorable Bredenbach is coming from, which you have agreed here that this is part of the work. It's lied deliberately so
Yeah, but
to create a particular image of yourself so that the subjects of your investigation quickly believe you and have a trust on you.
now coin me when I'm saying in this committee, I'm a professional liar.
No, I'm saying you said
On
part
the-
of what is your work is to create a falsehood, to lay in your subject of your
When I'm
investigation so as to ensure that they have trust in you, they give information.
No, Chair, the way they're saying it means even if I go to church, that time I'm a liar, I'm going to church as a professional liar. Unless you say to me, let me give an example. If we are driving in a car and you tell me that you are going to do something that is wrong, I can also tell you, don't worry, those police, they know me. And when we get there, we get arrested and I won't be arrested. That's how I can tell this person so that he mustn't fight the police. But to say I came here, Honorable James, and I said, I'm a liar. I cannot say that. It was
Okay.
said like that because of an operation that I have done.
No, that's fine. You don't lie, you create falsehoods. Honorable Bredenbach, please proceed.
Okay, Mr. Mogotsi, on page 6 of your affidavit, you say you were tasked by Lieutenant General Mfazi in your capacity as a contact agent to investigate and look into irregularities within the crime intelligence and South African Police Service. Really? You were? You need to answer.
Oh, yes, I was.
You were?
But the question really. I
Yes,
don't know what to
really.
say. Yes.
Investigate and look into you're an informant. You're not a policeman. You're not an investigator. You are an informant. You can like it, you cannot like it, it doesn't make any difference to me. You're an informant.
All right, maybe allow me, Chair, to,
So tell me why.
yes, let me get this
Briefly.
understood, yeah. You can never, it's impossible to arrest the police through the police. They'll never commit anything in the presence of other police. You will need someone like me, to go to a police station and say someone is arrested here, his name is James, please, or is Peter. How can you help me? Tell me, here's the investigating officer. And we know that investigating officer, when he get money, he releases the clients or he releases the suspect. It's me who must set him up, give him money, and you arrest him. The issue that you must show me an informant who will, as a lawyer, Chair, who will conduct a 252A and record it's not how you view it, probably in those old years, like you say, you're an old woman, madam. Now you need like someone, I must go to church. If they're selling drugs in church, I must go to church. I must donate in church until I get the information.
Mr. Matala, I was a prosecutor for...
No, I'm still Matala now.
You're still Matala, sorry, Mr. Mogotsi. You remind me a lot of Mr. Matala. I was a prosecutor for 30 years, Mr. Mogotsi.
I'm out.
There's very little you can teach me about the criminal justice system, really, very little,
Yes.
very little.
And you could not prosecute any more cases without agents and informants. The police will never go to a place, sit there and drink with criminals. They'll run away. There must be someone like me. The police cannot write an affidavit and say, I'm working the minister. They'll be arrested.
Mr. Matala, Mr. Mogotsi, we agree. We agree on that. You're an informer. You're not a
Yes,
policeman.
I'm not a
Yeah,
policeman.
no.
Yes.
You don't investigate matters. And I think it's a little bit stretching the truth when you say that you were tasked to establish an information network inside and outside of crime intelligence in order to investigate or uncover high-level corruption. I really, what year was that?
Through Chair, I don't know if I bring you a proof of payment within SAPS,
Just tell me the year. That's all I'm asking you.
or on which year?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't hear you. I thought which way, sorry.
You see, you were so busy thinking of the story you were going to tell me that you don't listen to the question. What year? It's a simple question.
In 2021,
2021.
yes.
Okay. And how successful were you? How many high-level corruption matters did you provide information on that led to a conviction?
To General Mfazi.
That led to a conviction, Mr.
I'm talking to General Mfazi.
Yes, what?
To his assignment, no, he quickly passed on.
Ah,
But after that, there are, even those that you saw in the news.
people who can corroborate your story have sadly
Yeah,
passed on.
that's the thing now.
You know, when the policemen drive in the car and there are two of them and the one makes an accident, huh?
Yes.
And you're the prosecutor and you say to the other one, what did you see? He says, no, I was bending down, tying my shoelaces at that time.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing now. You're bending down, tying your shoelaces. So you say you went to Kenya for what?
To meet with someone that who could corroborate our suspicion.
Your suspicion of what?
To meet with George.
Who's George?
The person the late minister said I should meet.
Ah. And you paid for this with 5,000 rand?
No, we were talking of the monies which were contributed.
You see, I'm running out of time, Mr. Mogotsi, and I want to tell you that I've listened to you very carefully today. And my impression is that you have been in this job too long. You've watched too many movies, and your whole life has become a story, and not a very convincing one. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Brittenbach, Honorable Kola Barnett.
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Mogotsi, are you completely 100% satisfied? You have absolute proof that your so-called handler, the person you have referred to over and over and over again today, is actually from crime intelligence? And asking you to investigate then crime intelligence. Is there any chance? Pardon?
I would say 100.
Could I just finish the question?
Oh.
Is there any chance that this person is from another agency, South African agency perhaps, or even another country?
There's no chance it's from crime intelligence.
Okay. You claimed in the Madlanga Commission last year that KZN Police Commissioner and the Zulu King were recruited by the CIA. Do you stand by that claim? And if so, what evidence do you have to that effect?
Yeah, I did say from the case that was opened by a prince from KZN, it was mentioned in that A1 statement that those suspicions do exist. They are protecting the interest of the Israelis who are benefiting from the, what you call, Richards Bay coal terminal.
Well, yes, that was an interesting one. Go down to it. You did claim earlier that the majority of coal exported from KZN goes to Israel. Now, I looked it up. Of the 50 million tons exported annually via Richards Bay Coal Terminal, only 1.7 million tons go to Israel, and that's a very, very small percentage of the total. So your claim is not actually true. In fact, South African coal mainly goes to Asia, particularly India. So it's a rather sweeping statement, and it's untrue. And I'm sure you can see how this impacts the credibility of your other claims that you make.
Chairperson, I will also request in what submission the names that I've undertook to submit. The similar study, the honorable member perhaps reading there, I have something that can show the majority of the coal from Richards Bay goes to Israel. May I submit that?
Thank you. It goes against everything that's reported elsewhere, ever. You further state in your affidavit, pages 10 and 11, that you met with the man in Kenya who seemed to claim that the Lieutenant General was a CIA agent. And then you say that Minister Mtetra claimed that the Lieutenant General's removal as acting National Police Commissioner in 2012 was related directly to this suspicion. You stand by that, do you?
No, I did say, he said he knew of the suspicion. I wanted to know why he removed him, but he did not remove him because of the suspicion, but he knew the suspicion.
But it seems that's not quite what you said in your affidavit. You said that the then minister said he believed him to be so, and that's why he removed him from his position as acting police commissioner.
Oh, and what paragraph is that? No. Can't see the paragraph.
Okay,
Oh.
I'll find it for you shortly. What were Lieutenant General Mkonazi and Becky Cele's links to the magma security tender you referred to? Now, there's a brief mention in paragraph 39. Just expound on that. You did refer to a relationship between Lieutenant General Mkonazi and the magma security founder, Shaheen Suleiman, in terms of bribery and tender favoritism, is what you referred to.
In terms of Matala,
No?
I can't hear you, Chairperson.
On
Page 30, paragraph 39.
39, a brief mention. You just made a passing mention, and I wanted you to expound on that.
Of
Give
magma.
more information on that, on your paragraph 39,
Yes, to say he's,
about the magma security tender.
yes, this company is based in KZN.
Okay.
Yes. And like I said, that if information comes that they say they have been involved together with former Minister Begitel in the awarding of this tender. There is a litigation in court as we speak. However, I also
Sorry, litigation against whom and who's being charged for what?
not charge a civil matter
Oh, it's a
on
civil
the
matter.
particular matter, yes, on how it was awarded.
Okay.
And the other party is producing something similar to what happened to my case in Mahikeng, where you had to produce where we thought the matter, the contract was not properly awarded. But in here, I'm making mention that the similar company may have conducted the downloading and the mirror imaging of the cell phones of Ket Matala. And therefore, I was trying to also mention that because I did see, for example, the messages from former Minister Begitel in Kat's phone when I was with Kat. But when these messages were circulated or printed, they never came out.
Yes, I've heard of that.
Yes, and secondly, like I also had something I did not mention when former Begitel was here in my phones. I have his both
Are
of
those
his
the
cell
magic messages he's never sent in his life?
No. It's me who once spoke to him when he was still a minister of
And he
police.
responded by message?
And he did. Now, but now I'm saying I've got his numbers,
Okay.
both his phone
I'm
numbers.
saying he swore in front of us he
Yes,
has never
never.
responded
And
to a
then
message.
that's why I was saying in the I don't know how do I put it with the work I'm doing. I wish Kat's cell phone can be made available in the presence. And we have the whatever device. We can also show the messages that they deleted can be retrieved back.
Okay.
The message that affects them, they were
Okay.
deleted because I saw them in Kat's phone.
Let's leave his information. I'm sure that will all come out in due course. Now, you deal in length here about the Khan investigation. From your perspective, you claim it was an orchestrated attack on the Major General, behind which attack was Lieutenant Generals Mkhwanazi and Khumalo. Now, that was on the 13th of September, 2025. And the minister died on the 30th of September, 2025, under what you refer to as suspicious circumstances. Now, let's not beat about the bush here. Are you claiming the minister was murdered, and on whose instructions? Do you have proof? In the very next paragraph, paragraph number 38, you say all his suspects do not make it out alive. Mkhwanazi suspects. Now, you seem to link the two claims as a narrative. Spell it out for us.
Yeah, and first of all, I said former Minister Mthetho was not General Mkhwanazi suspect. And I said, even here in Cape Town, I'm still saying it's not easy that from the fourth floor, the windows that are usually installed cannot be broken with a scissor. It was my view that there was no way he could open the window himself. But the two do not go together. It is.
Oh, so the one follows immediately after, but bears no relation to what you've just said.
Yes, but it's the new paragraph.
Okay, what were the lieutenant, oh, we went to the Magma security one. Okay, about the 360 million rand SAPS tender, that also involved the KZN Police Commissioner and the former Minister Becky Cele, and the strange happenings here. We've had Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi alleging that Becky Cele provided a bank account number to Matala to receive payments. He then retracted this allegation in October last year. That was the Medicare 24 tender, which was for SAPS Health Services, awarded at some stage in early 24, but it was only eventually cancelled in late 2025 once questions were asked about non-compliance and fraud concerns. Now, do you find anything strange in the fact that the SAPS Bid Adjudication Committee granted the Medicare 24 tender, and it was only about a year later when questions started being raised about the matter that it was investigated and what was wrong with it was revealed, and from the mismatched signatures to failing to reach the tender requirements, yet the tender had been accepted. Now, you seem to know so much about the SAPS. Who do you think signed off on this massive tender? And what do you think they got out of it? I've not heard of anyone being held to account for signing off on what seems to have been a very dodgy tender indeed.
The person who signed the tender, TNC Musikele, the appointment letter.
And how would you know that?
Because I saw the service level agreement.
Okay.
As to how much and who got out of it.
Do you believe people are getting kickbacks for signing off on tenders and property deals and everything else? Do SAPS members get kickbacks from these deals?
I only know of what Kat told me about former Minister Becky Cele,
Okay.
that he gave him some money, which he also testified.
Yes, he did. You referred to your crime intelligence handler over and over and again, yet in the affidavit by Brigadier van Vuren, 17th of November last year, it says the CI database had your ID registered from the 9th of Jan 2001 at the Soweto cluster and deregistered 20th of August same year, 7 months. So you claim it's quite different. Were you then an undercover agent at the time for a few months, and then you moved into being a so-called contact agent? That's the term you use. Are you still today? Is your handler watching you today on television? How much are you paid for this information? I can't, for the life of me, believe you do this out of the goodness of your heart.
Yes, the 2021, if you look at it, there's a difference there. I was an informant. And when I became a contact agent, it was after the years. And in that period, it is not that my handler do get something or is watching me, I don't know. But what I'm saying is, I do my work as an agent. It is unfortunate that I have declared myself over the TV. I have spoken about this. I do not think
You understand that job is now over.
I
Nobody
can
will ever
ever,
speak
I don't
to
think
you.
I can ever
No one will speak to
successfully,
you again, ever.
yeah, who will ever do anything
Nobody.
in front of me. Yes.
Okay, so who in crime intelligence told you to spy on Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi? Page 15, paragraph 50 of your affidavit. Who gave you this mandate? And if you say your handler, why would they do that? What was the suspicion you were supposed to investigate?
On paragraph 50,
Yes, page 15, paragraph 50, 50.
yeah, there was a matter of a correctional officer who was alleged to have found with drugs, and General Mkhwanazi ordered that the person should not be arrested.
Hmm.
And that OB entry came to the group. You see, in the network, you'll have a group of 8, 10 different people where you discuss their discussions, and this task was then given out.
Okay. Additionally, it seems you were investigating Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi while he was investigating the minister and saying that the Khan link, as you quote in paragraph 58, quote, that's quoting Mkhwanazi, almost everything that we see happening in Parliament, in the media, comes from that component of crime intelligence, and this is where the real fight comes from. He was referring to Khan, correct?
I don't know.
It's in your affidavit, sir.
But the thing is,
58, you quote it in paragraph 58, it's in your own affidavit.
oh yes, this is General Mkhwanazi.
Yes?
Yes,
Okay,
I guess
fine.
when you speak, I can't hear properly. So
Okay.
forgive me.
Right, I find it so difficult to believe that a contact agent who doesn't seem to be paid anything at all and is registered somewhere unknown would be privy to the sort of information and documents relating to the internal workings of the SAPs that you seem to be able to produce.
But it seems like well, after the Kenya incident, it is now that I said I'm not being paid. I said after this thing of the July 6, especially after the arrest of General Kumalo and the other crime intelligence general, all these operations were never been funded from the crime intelligence. That's what I was saying.
You claim that Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi met with Kat Matala just before the press conference on the 6th of July last year. So on what day do you claim that Kat Matala met the Lieutenant General at his, I suppose, his apartment at the Pearls in Mshlanga?
Yes, I did say after I was in Durban following Kat to a place where he went, I didn't know who he met. He only confirmed during the day of the what do you call
Yes,
press
you-
conference
you-
that
you
the
referred
person he met was
Yeah,
Ketmat.
you referred to what you thought was a meeting between the Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi and Kat Matlala. You weren't sure it was him. You didn't see him in person. That's what you said.
Yes.
Yet at the Madlanga Commission, the KZN Hawkshead Major General Sanona said he had attended that very meeting. And it was claimed that the KZN Commissioner offered to help Matlala in terms of a murder investigation, make it go away, in exchange for information about Deputy National Police Commissioner Sabaya. Now, Sonona gave evidence on the 27th of January, and of course, almost immediately afterwards, was told to leave his office, get out, 2 days later.
Yeah.
Is Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi likely to have done that? Some say the move was in retaliation for his evidence giving.
Yeah, as a provincial commissioner, he may have influenced the decision to do so, including he had a meeting with the Hawks in the KZN because the head of Hawks is no more there,
Yes, he's gone.
which
2 days.
in
took
the
him.
actual way, it is a national head of Hawks who's supposed to go and address, because the Hawks in the province does not account to the provincial commission.
Exactly. Were you surprised that despite a criminal investigation process being underway in terms of the list of charges against the crime intelligence 7 who were arrested, that the SAPs cleared Major General Lushaba and Lieutenant General Kumalo internally within 2 weeks of the arrest? They just cleared them. I must admit, I've seen this exact scenario play out many times within the SAPs, who run a parallel process to the criminal justice system. and they declare people innocent when, in fact, in a year's time, courts may declare them to be guilty. Are you surprised that that happened?
I'm not surprised. Only it's similarly to the same generals who were arrested and criminally charged. The National Commissioner decided not to suspend them. But after General Mokonazi spoke about General Sibia, he was suspended on hearsay. So I'm not surprised.
General Mazimola and the property purchase you refer to in Pretoria.
Yes.
Now, your BM5 is a batch of basically blacked out documents. There's nothing there.
Yes, yes.
You've said you made attempts to contact the president in this regard. Is he used to receiving calls from you?
No. It was in 2024, the same 2024. And I had to have contacts of the state president. I did send him messages. I did say, President, the crime intelligence is about to collapse. He never responded. I sent a second message. I made 2 missed calls to say, for example, the day before the arrest of General Kubal, I was trying from the bottom of my heart, looking at the flag from the bottom of my heart, that the president should intervene. I thought we were not even have to be having Madlanga, and the president, after appointing or after the referrals of cases from Madlanga, he still say the same national commissioner should be in charge of that committee.
Final question.
And the absence of the IGI is so difficult for the crime intelligence to exist, because the IGI report, if the committee can subpoena the IGI, even though suspended, and demand that report, I believe the shop will close, will have all the answers.
Final question. You detailed what you claim was the killing of an informant who was inside a cash in transit gang as an informer. They were all shot bar him, the informant. You detailed that. In paragraph 127, you say the informant should have received 1 million rand. He was only paid 500,000, and his identity was then shared from that closed group, and he was then killed, assassinated. Again, it's not for this committee to join the dots in your affidavit. Who do you believe was behind the killing?
No, the story again is not 500,000.
50,000.
And the informant did not kill the suspect. They were in shootout with the police. He was also, it was pretended that he
Yes.
also been shot. He came back.
Yes.
The claim was processed. Now the source in the finance, the last time he was saying it was R1 million. But when Brigadier Sebola met with General Khumalo in the presence of the handler and the commander of the handler, they then said they wanted to see the informant, something that has never happened before. And in my view, they went and met the informant, and in the presence of the informant, Brigadier Sebola asked the handler for the contact numbers of the informant, which he was not given. Then he was
So
given
who
the
are you
money.
saying assassinated the informant? Who was then killed?
I cannot make those big allegations, but it has never happened that anyone from crime intelligence will meet an agent or the informant.
Only the handler.
And that is only the handler. And now it's also happening in Gauteng. There are 3 informants who are on the run. They helped with 3 cases.
And were they also?
They were not paid. They were supposed to
Not
come
paid.
and get the money. One of them died.
And
He was an agent from Botswana. He was killed. These 3, they are not being paid. They are now
That's the
running.
first time I've heard this happen.
And they are looking, and now they jumped the handler. They are looking for the informant.
Okay, I'm done for now. Thank you very much, Chair.
Thank you. Members, can we take a quick comfort break until 10 to 7? Honorable Malema, we will be starting exactly at 10 to 7.
10 to 7.
Yes.